Target designated.
In a dystopian future where the clouds are everywhere. No, this is not a sequel to The Matrix, a crappy sequel where Mind and Hwasin wear black suits and fly around like freaking Dragon Ball Z characters punching each other into buildings. No, this is StarCraft. Welcome to another OSL commentary. I am Nuke the Stars. How are ya? Yeah, today we have a Mind versus Hwasin, a TVT, my least favorite matchup in the entire world. But I'm trying to keep an open mind here. I'm trying to be excited because I do think this will be an exciting series. Both of these guys are solid players. Let me see what their stats are here. I think Hwasin has a 52% TVT record, and Mind has a 55%, almost 56% record against Terran. So both these guys are just solid players. They're both very, very good at standard play. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. I'm putting my money on Mind today. I think Mind has just been playing fantastically recently. He's been carrying We Made Fox on his back, that's for sure. He is by leaps and bounds the best player on that team. But here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The first map today is Tears of the Moon. I'm hoping they're both not. I'm hoping they're not blue, because we're gonna have all blue maps today, and I don't want to get confused. Over here in Teal at the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock position is Hwasin. So that means over at the 9 o'clock was Mind in whatever color. Oh, great, green. Very similar colors. Let me try to get this in my brain so I don't get them mixed up. Mind is green. He is green. We Made Fox's logo is green. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep that in my brain going into this. I'd like to say hello to all my new subscribers who saw me on Violatak. I did commentary with Cholera and Ranchin not too long ago. Did about 4 commentaries with them, actually. And that was up on Violatak. So hello to all the new Nukophiles. No, that sounds kind of child predatory. How about Nuka Knights? There we go. All my new Neo Nuka Knights. Wow, that sounds awesome. You are awesome, Neo Nuka Knights, and welcome. Oh, that sign says, Mind, you are my hero. I want your haircut. I now read Korean. Okay, over here at 9 o'clock, let's see what these guys are up to in their bases. Looks like standard play from both. I don't see any early SCVs going down. Hwasin got to this point by beating Hoja, who was, I called him the plucky hero Hoja because he beat Firebat Hero to get to this position. But Hwasin pretty much just steamrolled the guy. I think that Hoja definitely needs to work on his nerves before he moves up any higher in a Star League, because the first game against Hwasin, he kind of choked. He saw that Hwasin was going for dual gateways, not gateways, but barracks, but he still wasn't able to defend off against it, even though he scouted it, which is kind of weird. But the second game was actually very, very interesting, because Hwasin went for a mech build. Hoja is Zerg, by the way. Hwasin went for a mech build, and Hoja, to counter this, he went for mass queens with broodlings, which is the first time I've ever seen broodling used in a pro game. I don't know if it's been used before, but it's the first time I've seen it used. And actually, it kind of worked. I was wondering if it would be a viable build to go for that, to snipe the tanks with broodlings and attack with hydras, and it almost kind of worked. I mean, by the time that Hwasin got to Hoja's base, by the time he got to the base, it was pretty much over, because Hoja had gone for lurkers earlier with a failed lurker attack on the front, and that just didn't go very well, and he lost a lot of gas and just lost all of his lurkers in that attack. But yeah, other than that, I think it might actually be a viable build to go for broodlings, so be sure to watch that game and tell me what you think about that. But anyways, looks like Mind, he's green because the logo to We Made Fox is green. He is coming up here trying to scout, but it looks like Hwasin is keeping him out with a couple of Marines. And I think that Mind was actually mining only with one SCV for a while there, so not sure really what that means. I guess earlier factory maybe. just trying to push a factory out as early as possible, but still have enough for vultures. I think he will be going for heavy vultures here because he was only mining. Always, I see what he's going for here. He was getting enough minerals to get a command center going, so he can build that and float it over. But in the meantime, it looks like Hwasin is building a starport already, so Hwasin might be going for a 2-port Wraith, maybe just 1-port Wraith, or drops. It could be any one of the above. I think a vulture drop could be very, very effective. Usually are in TVT because unless the player goes for siege tanks and protects the main, there's nothing really to defend the SCVs against vulture drop at the main. But looks like Mind is going to have his expansion up very, very soon. I'm not sure what he's going to use to defend it. I'm not sure if he's pumping tanks or what. He's going to need something soon to deal with whatever's coming out of this starport, though. Oh, vultures out. Looks like nothing but vultures to start off with for Mind. He might be pumping a couple of tanks soon. He's going to need to fight off against this tank. But he's going to see that tank with his barracks, so he knows that Hwasin is going for tanks. And once he gets scanned, he's going to know what's up with the starport. And here come the vultures, going to try to get some harassment done here. Here comes a command center for Hwasin. So it looks like Hwasin was building his command center too. Oh, Mine's out already. So it looks like Mine's trying to be very aggressive here, very, very annoying. And it looks like Hwasin is playing it safe. He is not going into the mines there. And here comes a Wraith. So it looks like we are going to see early Wraiths here. I'm not sure if he's going to research Cloak or not. I think that would be very much in his benefit because Mine doesn't have really anything to defend off against Wraiths right now. I don't think he has his armory, but no, it looks like... I'm not even sure if that starport was pumping anymore, so it could be seen just a kind of a fake out from Hwasin here, just throwing out one Wraith and making Mine think that he's going like 2-port Wraiths or something like that, which could definitely work in his favor here. Mind, in the meantime, is trying to secure his expansion here. It looks like he is going to be able to do so once he gets rid of this barracks and gets rid of the scout there. There's the Wraith. Looks like Mind landed his barracks so that Wraith would have a harder time taking out the barracks. Wraiths do a lot more damage to air units than ground. And Hwasin trying to snipe those mines, but he's got to be very, very careful here. He doesn't want to lose a tank. Not this early on. Looks like the tanks did snipe that last mine there. But here comes Mind. Mind has a very small force. He only has one tank, and I don't think either has siege yet. There's that Wraith still flying around. And wow, Mind is actually repairing this barracks. That SCV is going to go down, but the barracks, Hwasin's going to have to devote more energy to taking that out. Not energy, but the Wraith's time. Here comes a scan in for Mind, and I'm sure that Hwasin is probably scanned Mind's base by now too. Wraith pilot kind of pissed off. Yeah, I don't want to fight barracks. But anyways, here comes some more factories from Mind. Still wondering what unit composition both are going to go for here. I don't think that Hwasin is going to pump any more Wraiths. Hwasin has quite a few tanks out here. And he still has one Wraith. He's going to use his Wraith to do some spotting for him. That's actually very, very smart. Instead of using a barracks to spot. Uh-oh, that Wraith is in serious trouble here. The Goliath's moving in, and the Wraith barely survives. I think one more shot on that Wraith and it's down, though. So we're seeing a differentiation, sure, whatever, in strategies here at the beginning already from these two guys. So it's very, very refreshing to see different strategies in TVT. A lot of people like TVT. I can understand why, because it's basically like a chess match. It's usually not based on build order wins. It's just who can get the right unit composition out and who has the best strategy, which I respect that. But yeah, TVTs are very, very long. And that tends to make them kind of boring when both players are turtling. So that's basically why I don't like them. But it looks like Mind is getting another machine shop up there, so he's going heavy, heavy tanks here soon.